Hello friends, welcome in guys. Good to see everyone this morning. How was the week? Yeah, how was the week? How's the day going? Good to see everyone. I'm happy that I have enough energy to be here today. And we're gonna make some good healthy food as well. That's what I thought. So cheers. I'm working on coffee. Obviously you can tell I am feeling a bit better and I'm soaking in a bit of sunshine before I close the blinds and get started. Okay, let's get into what we're making for lunch today. I think I'm gonna switch these blinds still because it's bugging me. We get to do a little bit of baking today. We also have 2 pots and pans redemptions going down. So with me kind of feeling sick yesterday, we made a call to cancel food for friends this weekend, so we postponed. We were gonna do lasagna and strawberry shortcake, so we postponed that till the 19th, and everyone is good with that. Okay, really yummy lunch today, friends. I'm excited. We've not done a Fish Friday in a while on stream, so I got out some tuna today, some fresh albacore tuna loin. Do you guys remember when we got those in? Heck, how many months ago was that? 3? Okay, September 28th is the date on the bag. There we go. So we definitely want to keep that nice and cool. We got a salad going down as well as some baking, which I always like to do the baking first. And well, that way it smells up your house with a really lovely smell. And then whenever you're feeling like a snack, it's ready to go, right? So here's the menu for today. Seared tuna salad, so we'll sear up those tuna loins. It's gonna be served raw on the inside. We're just gonna sear it to get it a little bit cooked, a little ring around the outside, enough so that we can slice it nice and thin. And then I chose some nice fresh spinach and greens. The lettuce that we got today is amazing looking. I thought little green beans blanched into this salad would be good with the tuna. And almond and tuna is really good together, as well as citrus and poppy seed. So those are all the kind of flavors going into our lunch salad. Nice and healthy for sure. And then the muffins, they're not super healthy. There's probably quite a bit of sugar in there, but a great way to use up brown bananas stuck in the freezer, right? And then I thought I would pair it with a little bit of mixed berries instead of just blueberries and put my own little spin on the recipe. And we'll do a little streusel with some oats and sugar and butter and flour and get a nice little crispy topping on the muffins. It's gonna be yummy. Okay, so first things first, why don't we do our muffins, and then while those are baking, we can prep all the lunch stuff. Once we get those muffins done, I'll just put streusel underneath because it is 2 different recipes. We won't forget though. Let us prep our greens for the salad. We're gonna do some citrus segments. Anyone ever seen orange segments before? Not the little mandarins in the can, guys. I'm gonna show you how to properly segment an orange today. Okay, greens, orange segment. We have to blanch our beans, which is just putting them in boiling salted water. For the beans, I'm gonna say for 1 minute. So you wanna make sure the water is very nice and seasoned, so they're not taking a lot of time in there. And then we just cool them off right away after they come out of the water. And then we can either cut them up before or after they're blanched. It doesn't really matter, but probably 1 inch lengths for the beans, so it's nice to eat with the salad. And then we will toast our almond slices or slivers. Second last thing we'll do, make a citrus poppy seed vinaigrette from scratch. And then the absolute last thing for lunch to go on the salad, sear up the tuna and slice it. Really, really quite simple. And I know someone was craving a tuna salad the other week. Sear up the tuna. No, don't do that. Okay, let's get started, guys. Okay, let's start. I'm gonna drop it in first, just with my hand. Should have a nice sizzle sound. I just give it a nice little press. And this will be maybe 20 seconds aside. And then just swirl the oil around as well. Yeah, so you know you're good if you can slide the tuna over, and then usually I just flip it away from myself to minimize any risk of splashing oil. There you go, guys. A little bit of toasted sesame seed there. I love how it just sticks on. It's gonna give a nice little crunch. Having a peek. Yeah, that's looking good. So now, bring it back towards yourself. And then we'll flip onto this other flat side. Let that go. Okay, that's good for that side, and then we just need this last side. Let's do a quick flip up onto there. And I'm gonna use the side of the pan just to keep it propped up on that side. Give it a good little press. We got one loin almost done. Okay. We are good. Beautiful. Pop that onto our plate. And really quick, just gonna push that to the back. I'm gonna throw this, literally throw it into the freezer. We're gonna cool the loin back off, and that's gonna help us slice it coming up. Okay, we're smoking. Let's go for this next piece. I'm gonna go on the skinny side first. Okay, that's good for that edge. Let's flip it over, careful. Don't splash the oil. Okay, I'm gonna go for the other flip. So just move that towards you. So you have one more skinny side. Probably just gonna hold it there for a few seconds. I really like how these sesame seeds toasted up a bit more on this one. Nice golden brown. Okay, let that fall, careful. There we go. Sesame crusted tuners. Turn that off. Oh yeah. I'm gonna go a few more seconds on this other side. All right, out of the pan. Check it out, friends. So now I'm gonna put that back into the freezer so that it can do exactly what I said. So let's cool this back off. Warm tuna doesn't slice very nicely. It'll probably just mush and fall apart. So having it a bit chilled and kind of a touch of frost is perfect. So yeah, about 10 minutes or so is all it takes while we build the salad. These will chill. Everything else. All right, let's plate it up. I'll grab our greens. We have our dressing here that I'll stir back up. Our toasted almonds. We have a little single origin olive oil garnish. I have our blanched green beans. Pop them there. And then lastly, the orange segments, the jewels. Nice simplicity in this one today. But that means it's also really important that all the ingredients are nice and fresh. So let's start building up our salad plate. One thing we were taught in school is when you build your salads, you always want to leave like white space around the edge. And we want to create height with the greens. And then you build onto that. So we're using a mixture of red leaf lettuce and baby spinach today. Just kind of tear up any pieces that are a bit large. Get rid of any that are bruised. Next one, I think, I'm just gonna tear this up. I think we'll go for the beans. Yeah, I love a good salad too. Every now and then I have a craving, and I really like the seared tuna on salads, especially in the winter. Just something a bit different, right? See how the beans like instantly kind of weighed down those greens, and now everything's kind of kept together a bit more. There's a method to this building. Next one, we'll place our orange pieces around, kind of nestle it into the greens and the beans. I'm gonna leave space right there for the tuna to go. Pop one more little segment there then. And one right there. Awesome. 2, 4, 6, 8. Next one, our toasted almonds. And actually, before we put the almonds on, I don't like to get nut garnishes wet with the dressing because I find that they don't stay too crunchy. So let's mix up our citrus poppy seed vinaigrette. We'll pour that over the veggies, the greens, the orange segments. Then we'll finish off with the rest of the toppings.
Oh, yeah.
White Dove, thank you so much for the 10 months in a row. That is also an entry into the knife giveaway for the month. I'll rate that in a second here. Just dressing up my salad. That should be enough for that amount of greens. Gonna go for the sprinkle of the almond. I'm just gonna keep it right here, so it'll go like under the tuna slices. Like that. Now we're really just waiting on the tuna, and then I'll do the olive oil last. Okay, we're just waiting on the tuna. So while we wait on that, do we want to do a little muffin reveal? Because look at those. I think I want to go for this guy. Right there. No, they didn't stick. Amazing. Okay. Oh, what? That looks so good. I love actually how dark that color is. I think part of it is from the berry juices, right? So you can kind of see the difference of where the berries were. I'm gonna go for the tear open. It might get pretty messy. Whoa. Oh, we're losing the streusel, but that is like loaded. That looks so nice and filling. Let's try this. Yeah, not that it needs butter, but like this turned out so light. Whoa. That's a really good recipe. It's light but crisp. Got a nice banana flavor, but then you can also taste the berries. I like the crunchy bits on top. I know, Gabe. So happy I decided to make this for us. And I will say, it's not too sweet at all. Like, at all. Even with the bit of streusel on top. That extra sugar. There's only half a cup of sugar in this entire recipe for the muffins. And if you're like me with this type of muffin, I eat the bottom first, and then I eat like all the streusel, the muffin top together. Savage. Look at the tuner. Look at it. Sesame and poppy. It's actually just white and black sesame seeds. Kind of does look like everything but the bagel seasoning. It's true. So how I was taught to cut tuna, if you can do it like a slice in one motion, you are good to go. But if it takes two, just keep in mind that you're gonna start to tear up the flesh of the tuna. So it's not the best. So you really need a sharp knife for this. So either some people like to slice kind of towards themselves, dragging it this way, or I've also met some chefs that push away from themselves. So choose what feels good for you. I like to slice towards myself. Usually we just get it like through that crust, and then one nice smooth motion, and we don't want to press down too much either, because then you will mush it up. Get something like that. You can see how we just seared the outside and then the inside is still raw. Especially if we hold up that little piece. Looks really good, guys. This is albacore tuna. It was fresh caught right off the island here by a local fishing family in our town. You guys can see like this center part of this loin. Look how soft it is. I kind of have to drag the knife. And then I also want to show you kind of what I'm getting caught on here. So there's like little sinewy bits in the meat. It's right here in the center part where you see that little white stringy. That's what your knife gets caught on, and then that's what starts to tear the meat up. But once you get through it, you're good. I'll say like most sushi grade tuna doesn't have too much of that connective tissue. And I'm trying to cut this around like 1/4 inch thick. I learned how to sear and slice tuna at my first ever restaurant job. And yeah, the chef was like very adamant that we did it properly, so I'm thankful for that. And then these little end pieces of the tuna, those are our little snacking pieces. So I'm gonna choose starting at this piece. Usually I go with like 6 or 7. I'm gonna do that amount. And tuna is quite rich, so I find that you don't need a lot of it to feel satiated. Usually like 4 ounces worth of tuna is more than enough for a portion for someone. And then I'm just kind of fanning out those pieces as we placed it onto here. Try and keep the sesame onto the crust, but sometimes you can't really help it, right? Just a little bit of single origin olive oil. I think I'll do a little bit around the edge and maybe one dribble across the tuna. I like the way it makes it glisten. And this has pretty strong flavor, even compared to like extra virgin olive oil. So a little bit goes a long way. Beautiful. Okay, I'm just gonna move a little bit of this over so I can get some of the greens. And why don't I cut that little piece just in half? Do you see how easy that was? Like, it is so delicate. Try some of our dressing, our beaners on here. Nom. Health. We did it for health. Okay, greens. We got some beans. Like, I didn't even have any orange segment in that bite. And it was so nice and like fresh and juicy. Okay, let's do it this way. Trying to get this piece of spinach to cooperate. Come on now. Okay, I'm gonna do another big bite. This time with some tuna on it. Okay, I'm going for the bite. Mmm. The almond with the sesame, so good. Getting a little bit of this in there too. Mm-hmm. Kind of reminding me of a salad that my mom used to make when I was young. Except it had mandarin oranges in it. So good, it's bringing me back. I am absorbing the nutrients, composing myself. Jump Hard would try it, friends, and they don't even like fish. I'm not trying to tempt, I'm just trying to get to know you better. Because that's like a good way to get to know someone, is like what they like to eat. It's how we become closer. Amazing. I cannot wait to go crush this right now.
I did.
Sammy did. Good job. He's taken care of. Okay, friends, so we'll be back regular time, as always, tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific. And we'll get our Guinness beef stew going, a little bit of fry bread. It's going to be really yummy. Nice and cozy again tomorrow, too. Some good braising going on. All right, I'm going to hit that button. Thanks, everyone, for the love today. All of the biddies, the new follows, the subs, the gifted subs. And one last time, just know that every sub or gift sub for the entire month, you're entered to win a 7-piece knife set. And the draw is on January 1st. All right, take care, stay safe wherever you are. And if you need us, we'll be on Discord. What's Brandon's Twitch? It's Randocrom. It's Randocrom, my dude. The person who gifted you the sub. That's his channel. All right, see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna go rest up with Sammy. Love you. Bye.
Bye.